Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady and welcome back to my channel for another personalized project. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a card in the shape of number 16. I use my Canvas workspace design software to create number 16, and using offset setting, I created a background and number 16 will stand over there, and this way you've got beautiful border. And later on I use the same offset setting to create a card base, which you will see later on. First I need to decorate number 16, and the recipient really likes grey color, so I thought I'm going to use my water reactive ink from Spectrum Noir, and using my ink blending tool I'm going to apply the ink. I don't really have grey color in Distress Oxide inks, this is the only one I've got, so I thought that would be perfect. If you agree, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to use that water reactive because I really want to have a little bit of texture. As this grey is pretty plain, I thought let's add a little bit of water. So using my spray bottle, I'm going to spray that water from about 30 centimeters, and this way I will have really beautiful texture and I can get rid of some of the ink using tissue, and when it dries it is really beautiful and no one will ever know that you created your own background. They will think that you use some of the design papers. With the bigger background I'm going to use alcohol ink, which is pretty similar color to the water reactive, but it is slightly darker. I really like how they match together, and I wonder, have you ever created a card with the color grey? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I find it very unusual, and this was a really nice challenge for me because the idea was to have something with grey, something with few books, and also few florals. So that's why we've got this, and it is time to start putting all those elements together. So using my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, I'm going to start assembling all the elements. Super quick and simple. I wonder, have you ever created a card in a number shape? If you haven't, it is so much fun, and using electronic like scan and card machine, it is super simple to do. You just have to choose the font that you like and you can create the card in any size you want. So as you can see, I created myself a base, and also I'm going to cut it one more time for the back of the card, and it will open at the top, and you will see that later on. So now I'm going to put our beautiful design on top, and something is missing. I like it so far, but there is always something to add, and I'm going to use Vintage Diary stamp, and all the names of the products I use in today's video you can check in the description down below if you're interested, and if you use any of my affiliate links, that really supports my channel, so thank you so much. Using a cushion and Memento Tuxedo black ink, I'm going to stamp it on 300 GSM white multi-purpose card, but first I'm going to try it on scrap piece of paper just to make sure it's going to stamp beautifully. And I do encourage you to do exactly the same whenever you create beautiful projects, because we want our projects to look professionally finished. So when this is ready, I'm going to color in my books with few different colors. As you can see, I've got some blues, greens and pinks, and later on, for a little bit variation, I'm going to add yellow, especially on the spines of the books. I wonder, have you ever created a project with some books images? If you have, please let me know what was it and how did you find the whole project. Did you like it or did you find it challenging? I absolutely love personalized cards, and every single personalized project is like a small challenge for me, where I have to think what the recipient will really like, what is the color combo, and what elements to add. If you do like to make personalized cards, please let me know what is your favorite you've done so far. I'm really curious and I would really like to know. And I also wonder, have you seen my MMNs video? If you haven't, the link is in the top right corner. As you can see, this coloring comes in no time, and what I really like about alcohol markers, they really blend beautifully. And these ones are actually from the Works, and I bought the whole set for £7.50, so it's super cheap, and they blend beautifully. I know they are super cheap, but they are amazing for card making. And I wonder, what is your preferred brand of alcohol markers? Do you use cheap ones or do you have Copic? I'm really curious, and if you do have Copics, how often do you use them on your projects? So when this is ready, I'm going to use my scissors to fussy cut all these books. Super simple, and it really makes a difference, especially if you don't have a matching die. Because in this stamp set from Crafter's Companion, there was no matching die, but I do love fussy cutting, so I wasn't really upset. And now it is time to add a little bit more color, which is yellow in this case, and I really think that adds so much to all the books because we do have really nice contrast. And if you like this color palette for books, let me know. I also wonder, what is your totally favorite book that you've read? Favorite doesn't mean the best, because I think these two are totally separate. So if you have your favorite book, let me know in the comments down below. Or maybe, what is the book that you're currently reading? I like reading books, especially when I commute to work, because I don't like to waste time, and this is the way to actually save some time. I also use beautiful silver glitter card, and I cut Happy Birthday from Create a Card Butterfly Wishes from Crafter's Companion, and using Canvas Workspace, I created the name of the recipient, and using the offset setting, I created the background. And just to make sure that everything matches beautifully, I'm using the same grey alcohol marker, and I colored in the name of the recipient. And now it is time to add a little bit of sparkle, and in this case it is Spectrum Noir clear overlay. I absolutely love how it really shines when it dries. I wonder, do you use it, or do you prefer other clear overlay or sparkle pens? Let me know in the comments down below. So far I really like all those elements, but it is time to create our card base, and using my scoring board from Crafter's Companion, I'm going to create a top flap. Super simple, and the card will stand proudly on a flat surface. And that's what I really like about shaped cards. And also, how often do you create shaped cards? Let me know. Maybe you do have your totally favorite shape card, like using nesting dice. If you do, let me know. What shape is it? So now it is time to do a dry run, just to make sure that everything is spaced wherever you want. And this is a really big tip for you whenever you create very complicated projects and you work on your beautiful layouts. So this is the way to go. I always want to make sure that I've got enough space for all those elements. And I do wonder, do you actually do dry run in your projects? If you do, let me know. As you can see, this card was pretty easy to create. Later on, I'm going to show you my flowers I created a few weeks ago using foam. I absolutely love them, and I really want this card to be very special. But whenever you create foam flowers and you add them to your projects, it is so much dimension, so you cannot put that card in the envelope. So there is the way, and I'm going to show you what is the way to actually put this card in a box. I'm going to show you step by step how to create it, again using my scoring board. And also, I'm going to add dimension to some of the elements using double-sided foam adhesive, because everyone likes some dimension on projects, right? So when this is ready, I'm going to use my pokey tool to peel off the backing of the tape and few drops of liquid glue, because I don't want all those elements to move. I want them to be stuck forever, because it is very beautiful card in the end, isn't it? So when these elements are ready, it is time to add few flowers. And I thought, let's add something with pink. So as you can see, I've got whole range of flowers I created, and I think these will really work, especially with that grey. If you agree, let me know. I also have some leaves from Marta's Dębicka collection. I absolutely love them, and guess what? Some of them are in grey, so they were perfect for today's project. I'm going to shape them a little bit just to give them a little bit more dimension and interest. And if you do have foam flowers, you can also use that clear overlay to add a little bit of sparkle. However, in this case, I didn't do it. I think these flowers are enough. So it is time to use hot glue gun and put those flowers and leaves on a card. And as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't go under the very bottom of the card, because I really want that card to stand proudly on a flat surface. So this is very easy to create. The whole card was very quick. However, the box was a little bit more time consuming, and I'll show you why. So the card is complete, but there is also something missing. And yes, I had to add some gems, and these are from Hobbycraft. I absolutely love how they actually match that grey color. And to be honest, I added exactly 16 gems on a card. What do you think about this idea? There is plenty of space to write your message, and it is time to create a box. Whenever you create a box, especially with flowers, I want the depth to be 2.5 centimeters. So I'm going to start with the box base, and I'm going to score 2.5 centimeters on each side. And it's always a good idea to measure your project and then add that 5 centimeters on all the sides. So this way you will make sure that everything fits beautifully. It doesn't matter how big your project is, but whenever you create those foam flowers, I really suggest you use 2.5 centimeters for the depth of your box. It is time to create some notches, and we're going to fold and burnish all those cone lines and put them together using liquid glue. Liquid glue is my go-to, especially when making boxes, because I do have time to maneuver all those elements. And what's really good about this glue, it is a book binding glue, so everything will be adhered forever. That's why I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, to put all those elements together. And whenever you create the box, as you can see, I'm using my scoring board from Crafter's Companion, and I started with the base, and later on I'm going to use the other side for the lid, and you can use either centimeters or inches. The choice is absolutely yours. If you want, you can use some small pegs to put those elements together, and that will save a little bit of your time holding all those elements. So yes, you can do it. And it's always a good idea to put your project inside just to make sure before you make a lid, yes, it does fit beautifully. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And then at this point I thought I really like it so far, but I can actually personalize the lid. So I use my canvas workspace and I created the name of the recipient, and I also put happy birthday, and you will see that in a second. So first I wanted to score all the sides, and then I'm going to put it through my scan and cut machine, and I'm going to try and find the middle point and actually cut the words. So I've got happy birthday and the name of the recipient. What do you think about this? Please let me know in the comments down below. Using acetate, I'm going to put it underneath using red liner tape. It is 3mm red liner tape, and I think this is the easiest and the best way to adhere acetate on your projects. However, if you have better option, please let me know. Whenever you use acetate and red liner tape, I like to burnish it with my pokey tool. I think it really makes a difference, because this way the tape will be stuck forever, like our liquid glue, magic glue. So I do encourage you to do exactly the same before you peel off the backing. And it is really nice, and I think it looks professionally finished. If you agree, let me know in the comments down below. Now it is time to fold our beautiful box and also create some notches. So you can either fold all the lines first or create notches first. It doesn't really matter what order you go here, but later on you're going to assemble it together anyway. And I also wonder, have you ever put a name of a recipient on a box? I'm really curious. Using my circle punch, I'm going to add 2 semicircles, and this is the easiest way to actually open the box. So yes, you can do it whenever you have either circle punches or maybe you've got small circle dice. To be honest, I don't really have them, so punch is the way for me to go. And it is time to put some liquid glue on all the flaps and our lid will be complete. So as you can see, this project didn't really take that much time. The only thing that was really taking time here is actually to figure out where to put the happy birthday on the lid, because I couldn't really see when I scanned the lid, but I figured it out in Canvas workspace and our project is complete. Let me know, what do you think about this? Do you like it? Or have you ever used grey for any personalized cards? So now you can see the whole project, and don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget that every Monday I've got personalized cards on my channel and Thursday is dedicated to Christmas projects. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye for now, happy crafting!